In the past years, Indonesia and China have been arguing over sovereignty in a maritime region called Natuna. China has made illegitimate claims on internationally recognized Indonesia territory and issued warning against Indonesia's right to exploit its own natural resources. From time to time, China Coast Guard boats are detected entering the Natuna waters, carrying the local fishermen who are at the area and harassing them. The ongoing dispute has caused the Indonesian President Joko Widodo to visit Natuna Island. According to the Cabinet Secretary Pramono Anung, the visitation shows that the Indonesian government is paying serious attention to the issue of Natuna. Ever since diplomatic relations have been opened in 1950, Indonesian and Chinese bilateral relations historically have always prospered. However, the South China Sea claim made by the Chinese government have plagued the relations between both countries. But not only disadvantage the bilateral relation between Indonesia and China, but again this issue has affected the conditions of many local fishermen that cannot work on the Natuna waters without being obstructed or disturbed. The natural resources in Natuna Islands are no joke. The catch of Natuna marine fish can amount to 400 to 500,000 tons per year. Aside from that, it's reported that Natuna is the largest natural gas reserve in the entire Asia-Pacific region and even in the world. In an attempt to reinforce its claim to the South Natuna Sea, China has chosen to address the 9-dash line which lacks a solid legal basis. Meanwhile, the Indonesia Natuna Island is part of their exclusive economic zone, which under UN clause is an area of the ocean extended up to 200 nautical miles directly offshore from a country's land coast, in which the country retains exclusive right to the exploration and exploitation of natural resources.
We would like to further assert our rightful claims to the Natuna Islands. China has illegally and falsely claimed these islands as part of the 9-dash exclusive economic zone. These islands are undisputedly Indonesian, and the Chinese are violating the 1982 UNCLOS, which determines exclusive economic zone borders.
I would like to further emphasize our claims in the North Natuna Sea as of our part of 9-dash line, established based on historical maritime boundaries.
Dikarenakan kelangkaan ikan dari sekarang, aku jadi semakin susah untuk mengambil ikan atau memancingnya gitu, karena sekarang itu sangat susah kita untuk mengakses laut, dan juga banyak kapal-kapal dari luar negeri kayak Cina atau Tiongkok itu yang mereka tuh sengaja atau ilegal datang ke perairan kita lalu mencuri ikan tersebut, yang membuat saya dan teman-teman saya sangat susah untuk mengambil ikan.
Saya sudah lama tak bisa menangkap ikan karena ada kapal asing yang mengintimidasi saya.
Indonesia and China should take a peaceful way to solve this dispute by doing joint cooperation in the region. Both countries should be able to freely develop the deep sea gas resources within the region, since Indonesia still lacks the technology to do so without having to worry about borderlines. If this issue was to continue and or to be ignored, then direct conflict would be the effect.
Due to the lax level of oversight, international fishermen frequently fight for the control of Natuna border. Local fishermen are likewise endangered by the presence of foreign fishermen. It causes risk to society, the economy, and even life. Natuna needs to be watched over continuously because it contains a staggering number of marine resources, which include gas, oil, and 1 million tons of fish annually. Natuna must therefore be constantly watched after and be protected, not just during times of crisis. To resolve the conflict in Natuna, Indonesia must consistently reject China's 9-dash line argument and be rigorous with Indonesia's EEZ in Natuna waters, so that its maritime economic potential can be effectively utilized. Public awareness of the Natuna Sea conflict is also required, in order to focus the government's attention on strictly resolving violations of Indonesia's sovereignty and international law through diplomatic actions.
Sebagai warga Natuna, sangat ingin sekali untuk pemerintah memberikan jaminan keamanan kepada wilayah kami, karena itu tempat kami mencari rezeki. Itu memberikan dampak yang sangat besar kepada ekonomi kami.
Harapan saya adalah laut kita menjadi lebih aman, bukan untuk generasi sekarang, tapi untuk generasi yang akan mendatang. Karena laut kita itu adalah sesuatu yang sangat berharga untuk kita semua.
Good morning, Widodo. It's nice to meet you in this beautiful morning in Beijing.
Thank you, Xi Jinping, for hosting me here on this diplomatic visit.